you go. Big shout. Very big shout from Zulkarnain Header. It's gone upstairs. Rod Tucker's referred it. Nah, back in. Comfortably.
No worries there for AB de Villiers. Got his foot back pretty quickly. It did go out, but he recovered. Good reaction time. Good glove work as well. There was a bit of spin there, as we thought. A lot of spin, in fact. Definitely warrants a slip to the right hand at least.
Wait for the decision. He's given him out. Oh, goodness. He's given him out. Interesting. Very interesting. All looked very innocuous up here. Looked very innocuous, and we thought it was not out, and AB de Villiers has had to go. He's gone for 19. More about that in a bit. 57 for 3. JP Duminy has walked out to the middle. That's a look at his career, averaging just under 40. He's got a couple of hundreds to his name. He'll face up to Shahid Afridi. It's a great start for Shahid Afridi, but he's been given a bonus here. Have a look.
Well, I don't really get this one. His foot just slides out, but comes back in, and it's on the ground.
This is the replay that maybe he'd have used, but the foot's on the ground.
Begging.
Sarfraz tries to go over cover. He'll get a couple of runs here. Good running here from Asad Shafiq.
This is
Another
a good throw. Yeah, lovely throw right on the bails, and Naveed Yassin whipped the bails off, and umpire Ahmed Shab has signaled to the TV umpire to see whether to be
He's out.
And
I was wrong after all.
Yes, there is no doubt about that. He's out, and if you see this frame, and this is the frame when the bails have been dislodged. So I'm afraid that the TV umpire is going to say thank you very much on your bike mate.
Yeah, just as we were playing on the Multan, we were talking about the poor fielding and the quality running here from Karachi Dolphins so far, the poor fielding from Multan Tigers. In this ball, we've seen those two things turned on their heads, but one thing we've seen throughout this tournament is that even the third umpires seem to take far longer than is necessary. And in the end, after
but I don't think Paranavithana.
That's very close. I think it nipped back a little bit. That's what he's looking for. It wasn't far away. I'm not sure what Clark's going to do. That the clock is ticking. He better be quick.
Well, I suspect that might have pitched outside leg, considering the angle that Copeland's bowling from.
So 10 seconds. Yes, he's got it in. He's got it in with a second to spare. I tell you what, he was about to get rubbed out there, Clark. They're going for it, and I think it's going to be very close, actually. Let's have a look.
That's okay. It's just where did it land, and I'm sure Copeland and the rest appeal because it might have been going on to hit. Well, outside leg for me.
Well, I don't think it pitched outside leg. I think it held up. It may be too high. It hit him on the roll. Let's have a look. There we are. You see it's pitching middle and straightening down the line. Look, I got to say, I said I thought this was very close, and I think it... now look, more than half the ball has got to be below the top of the bails So this is going to be the issue here. There it is, pitching on middle. Oh boy, I'm afraid to say it's all over.
Oh yes, good appeal. They took their time, but this is just about 50-50, or maybe not. Maybe it's 52-48. The ball's outside the middle of the stump, so it could still be umpire's call. Yes, it is. Aleem Dar got this one right by, I think, about 2% or so. The middle of the ball.
That's ridiculous.
It's just outside.
That can't be umpire's call. That's not umpire's call. I want to know where the umpire's call comes in. I think that was the instruction from upstairs, but I'm trying to work out where the umpire's call comes in. Come on, you explain.
Well, the only suggestion I have, if we take a look at that again and zoom on it, the Hawkeye suggests that bigger section of the ball was outside the stump. When we take a look at it from another angle, this is the one I'm talking about. It shows when you zoom in that there's just a percentage or two that the center of the seam is outside leg stump, off stump in that case.
Well, I've got to say to you, I thought it applied to the outside of the stump. And if you take the outside of the stump, you look at the outside of the stump, there's more than half the ball. If you're taking the middle of the stump, then it's exactly half of the ball. That's out.
It's just less than half, according to this picture, but of course, if it's outside of the stump, then it's well out. But if it's the only line I see is the...
And I think they're giving too much to the umpire at the moment. See, that for me is, if you took the outside of the stump, now if you said to the outside of the stump was the line, then I'd accept it. And that more than half of the ball had to be from the outside of the stump. That'd be fine by me. But I mean, that's hitting the middle of leg stump. There's no doubt about that. I mean, part of off stump, part of the ball was actually hitting the middle stump.
Well, maybe not, but we're certainly hitting off stump, and the current rules would indicate that he was not out by just a whisker.
On the outside edge, and there's a mix-up here. This could be out. Oh, he's dropped the ball, or did it hit the stumps? He'll need to see this replay. If the ball hit the stumps, I think Gilchrist is out. If it didn't, then he may well have just got away with it. Now, Gilchrist thinks he's okay. He's walking down the pitch to have a chat to Ponting. This will be interesting. Salia, what do you think?
Kolvithan hasn't been able to really take it clearly. We won't be able to see it from this angle. See the ball down there and see the batsman in. So I think Gilchrist is safe.
Yes, he's dropped the ball for a start. Have a look at the ball. It goes out of his gloves. That's bad wicketkeeping. It's down on the ground, out of his gloves. He then hits the stumps. Then the ball hits the stumps. But in any event, the bat's got over the line. So, a little bit of excitement there. And Gilchrist has survived. He wouldn't have known that the ball actually went down onto the ground like that. But you can see his gloves here hitting the stumps, breaking the bails before the ball got there. And the bat is in any event. So the umpire sitting up there in the commentary box taking a little bit of time over this. I don't know why. That's BN Patidharana up there. And he'll be pushing that green light in a second. And because it's taking a little bit of time, Gilchrist is probably a bit nervous about all this. Very often, the longer it takes, the more batsmen start to worry. There we are. You can see Kaluwitharana getting excited, dropping the ball. Well, he's going to have to watch that ball right into his gloves. He really has to do that, because had he been out of his crease, then it would have really gone against the Sri Lankans.
There's a bit. Umpire really not been deciding on it.
There must be a problem with the light.
He's given him. I think he's made a mistake there.
I think he's pushed the wrong button.
Pushed the wrong button. Really, I'm not too sure about what really went on there, Tony, because it is very, very clear to see that Gilchrist was safe. Right in, the ball was, when the ball did hit the wicket, the bat was in by about 6-7 inches.
Yes, there he is. He's made his decision. He's on the phone, so I think there might be a bit of a problem here. Perhaps he's, perhaps they got the thing wired up wrong or something. I'm not too sure what's happening. Well, Gilchrist's on his way. Whether that changes or not, time will be the judge. the fact of the matter is, it's 2 for 62. So that's the scene here in a very picturesque Gaul, Australia. Got off to a relatively good start.